Hi, in today's video, we'll go over some tips, tricks, and a few secrets if you decide to sell your home by owner. My name is David Matney with Nebraska Realty. Now, the goal of my channel is to help you buy, sell, or invest in real estate. Now, if you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell for notifications. I do publish videos every week. Now, let's jump into today's topic. Okay, tip number one has to deal with sometimes a for sale by owner is unaware of what they don't know. And here's what I mean. Unfortunately, sometimes a for sale by owner really truly doesn't understand the terms they're agreeing to. That they'll get tunnel vision. They'll get so excited about getting an offer and getting it sold the first day and saving all of that money on commission that they'll agree to terms that if they really understood those terms, they would never agree to them. For example, sometimes, and this is very rare in this market, unless your home has been on the market for a long period of time, you'll have a for sale by owner that will accept a home sale contingency. Whereas had that property been listed with an agent, they would have got multiple offers. It would have sold for well above asking price. And there would be no such thing as a home sale contingency. So you want to be very careful about the contract you accept and understand that a purchase agreement is a legally binding contract. You got to make sure that you completely understand all the terms that are in that contract. And here's a tip for buyers. Now, if you're getting frustrated because you're in multiple offer situations and you're keep losing out, one of the things you can do is look for sale by owners because they're not getting the amount of exposure. And sometimes you'll get a seller that'll agree to terms that if they were listed with an agent, again, there would be no way they would agree to those terms. So keep all of your options on the table if you're a buyer in this market. And here's what most sellers don't understand. And it's very hard because, when you pay an agent, that's a lot of money in that commission. But you'll actually net more money if you list with an agent. I had some buyer clients and they made an offer on a for sale by owner. It was on the market for one day. They made an offer. They made full price offer. Now, this was not, this for sale by owner was an attorney. So he was well-versed in contracts. But here's the thing. Had he had that home listed with an agent, my buyers probably would pay well above asking price. He would have netted more money and got better terms. Now, here's the thing, because a lot of for sale by owners think, well, hey, Zillow gets all the eyeballs. I don't need an agent. I can market the property myself. I put it out there on Zillow and I'll sell it without an agent and I'll net more money. Now, keep in mind, when something is free, you are the product. And here's what I mean. Zillow makes their money by advertising to agents. So agents pay money in order to advertise on Zillow. And let me share my screen with you. Now, when you list your home on Zillow for free, there's a couple things you may not be aware because Zillow is really slick about this. Now, let's say you're a buyer and you go to where it says find an address, city, or zip, and we just type in Omaha, Nebraska. It's going to pull up all the homes that are for sale in Omaha, Nebraska. Now, here's the thing. If you look off to the side, it says 933 agent listings and then 79 other listings. Your for sale by owner listing is under those other listings. So you're already right out from the start second fiddle compared to the properties that are listed with agents. So you're not getting the amount of exposure. Let's say that buyer decides, hey, you know what? I'm going to click on the other listings. What do they actually see? Now, these are the for sale by owner properties. Now, if you click on one of these properties, okay, what does the buyer see? Okay, this is a for sale by owner. And do you notice this great big blue bar where it says contact agent? That is not your information. So what Zillow is doing is they're using your listing as a way to generate buyer leads for an agent. So, and people are visual, okay? They're going to look at, now this is a nice looking property. They're going to scroll down and look at all of these photos because they want to see what the property looks like. And then down at the bottom, it's going to say, interested in touring this home. It says contact agent. It doesn't say contact owner. So your information, your listing is being advertised and it's being promoted to agents. And if you look at the fine print, it's going to say by pressing contact agent, you agree that Zillow Group and its affiliates and real estate professionals may call, text about your inquiry, which may involve use of an automated means and pre-recorded artificial voices. So that potential buyer that likes your property is getting forwarded to an agent. Okay, where is the owner's information? Okay, in order to find the owner's information, what you have to do is off to the side, you have to scroll down to where it says property owner. Now, here's another big tip. If you're going to put a number in there, do not put your actual cell phone number in there. Use a Google Voice number, because here's what's going to happen. Agents are going to call you out of the woodwork about your property. And then what you have, if you use a Google Voice number, you're able to turn that number off after the transaction is complete. If you put your own cell phone information in there, you're going to get calls well after the transaction is over. So do yourself a favor and put a Google Voice number on there instead of your actual cell phone number. And then if you look at this particular listing, you'll see that a buyer side agent commission is being offered. Now, if you're doing that, which is fine, which is a good smart move, number one, you want to make that commission competitive because you want to incentivize agents to bring you a buyer. I would put it in all caps, and I would put it at the front of the description. And then also, when you look at that description, you want to make sure that you put the very best features towards the top of that description, because people will get lazy and they don't want to read a big long description. So you want to make sure that your best features are out front. And here's another little tip on pictures, and you got to be really careful about this. And I don't know how Zillow does it or not, but what'll happen is sometimes you'll post your home to Zillow and they'll use photos from a previous listing. So you want to make sure that after you post it live, go back and make sure that your photos are the ones you want published, because sometimes, and I don't know how they do it, but they'll use older photos. So you want to make sure that is correct. And the other thing that you want to do is, before you put your home on Zillow, go in and claim your home as an owner. You can do that on Zillow because you want to make sure that some of the pre-populated fields that Zillow has, you want to make sure that information is correct. And you want to correct that because that can impact your Zestimate. And sometimes, like it for what it is, sometimes people do look at the Zestimate on the property. So you want to make sure that the information is correct. Here's another little strategy that you can employ if you're a for sale by owner. And a lot of times what'll happen is for sale by owners get so excited about selling their home quickly that sometimes they leave money on the table. And you can employ this tactic, especially in a really strong seller's market, because the tendency is many sellers will think, I don't need to hire an agent because it is such a strong seller's market. Now, what you can do is this. You can go live with your listing on Thursday, and on Zillow say that you're going to hold it open on Saturday and Sunday because you want to get Zillow likes when it's listed as a open house, and it'll push your listing towards the top. And then what you can do is you can say that we're going to review all offers on Monday evening. Now, here's the thing, and that is, if you get a really smoking offer that day one, you can, by all means, accept that offer that day. You don't have to review offers on Monday. It's your home. You can accept an offer whenever you want. But here's what you can do is you can offer that property and get as many people in the property. And if you stack those showings on top of each other, you can create that buyer frenzy. And then Monday, you can review all of those offers and then decide to pick the very best one. And then you really want to look at those terms as to which offer, because it's never about price. It's always about terms. Now, if you like this video, you want to make sure you watch this video here, because I go over some more tips and some really important, crucial tips on pricing. And you want to watch that video next.